right, so I have run into an issue with the paint job on the car. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see how textured the clear coat came out. Like right here, it is nice and it's just beautiful. It's so nice and smooth and perfect. Right here, it's textured. Right here, it's nice and smooth. It's hard to see. I think what happened was I either went too fast, over it. I think that's basically what happened, because this section that's nice and smooth, I went across here, and then I went here. So this section got more clear coat than like here did. I mean, it's not awful, but you can definitely feel and see it. Maybe you can see it even a little more here. See, so like here, you can see it's nice and shiny, and then here all of a sudden, I don't get it. It's not the clear coat itself, because, you know, it's not like it's a different batch of clear coat, because this was done with the same batch of clear coat. So I think what it is I think I went too fast and I did not put enough on, because the whole car is kind of like that. But once again, like this side right here, you can see how smooth it is. And then there you can kind of see how it's not. And then like right here, it's nice and smooth because I got inside this edge. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'll have to wet sand it. And that's probably not going to take that out, because I don't think that there's enough on there. So I think I'm going to have to just sand it down, maybe with some 1500. And maybe apply a couple more layers of clear coat on it. I think is what's going to end up having to happen, which means I got to retape my car now. So that kind of sucks. And kind of the same thing with the doors too. When I did the doors, it's got that texture to it. This isn't as bad, but you can kind of see the texture to it. You know, but like here on the sides, it's not as bad. Let's see if I can get around to here, to this door, but the same kind of thing. I think I was too light. I was too light on it. So afraid of drips. You know, like that drip. I mean, the bumpers came out great. Front panel is fine. It's not rough. So I must have put enough on that. Yeah, I just don't know. So I think I was just too light on it, and it's going to cost me. Because I don't think I can just go ahead and lay down another layer of clear coat on it. But this is, you know, this is the same way here. So, I mean, we'll try to sand it and see what happens when we sand. But I have a feeling it's just going to get right to the paint real quick, because there just isn't enough clear coat on it. But we will see. Like this corner is smooth, because I was going this way, and then when I came this way, this got more on it. So anywhere where I kind of overlapped, it's good, because there's enough clear coat on it. But anywhere I went straight, I just went too fast and didn't put enough on. So we'll just start sanding it down and see what happens. Bummer. I'd just like to say that I got one of the best wives in the world. So this is my living room, and it's been this way for, probably at least 2 weeks. And it's going to be this way for a little bit more. So all my parts and all that stuff that were out in the garage, I brought them in when I started painting. So, yeah, she's been a real trooper through this whole thing. All right, so we are going to try to wet sand some of this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this part right here because it's the thinnest part. So I've got some 1500 grit. I got my bucket of water. A couple people have given me the pointer of putting some Dawn dish soap in there. I was imagining to make it a little bit slicker so it's not quite as rough. And then I've got some rubbing compound that I'm going to put into it and see if I can, buff that out. So I'm just going to start with that one little section right there and see how we do. So what I feared has come true. It is on there too thin. Because you can see I'm burning right through whatever little bit of clear coat was there. And now you can even see just on those edges, you can even see the primer coming through. So it looks like I'm gonna have to sand the whole car down and hopefully not respray. Hopefully I can just sand it and not really take any of the paint off, but do 600 and we'll see what happens. All right, so I have sanded the car, the body of the car, that's all I need to redo, with 600. I had some Dawn in there, so what I did was, after that, I dumped it out, washed the bucket out, and then grabbed a clean rag with some clean water, and then just wiped that off, and I'll degrease that, and I'll tack that, and then I'll try to put some more clear coat on tomorrow. But, yeah, so I guess I could start taping. There's one of the things I could do because I'm going to have to tape everything off again. All right. Oh, I got to do the gas. But the car is taped off for the second time. So I'm not going to do anything tonight. I'll do it tomorrow morning, but we'll degrease it, we'll tack it, put a couple of coats of clear on it, and hopefully it lays down better this time. That's all I can hope for. But yeah, I will get that taken care of. Well, there's 2 more coats of clear. That looks a lot better, but the problem is I got drips and lots of them. So I definitely overcompensated. So hopefully I can sand these down at least to make them look somewhat decent. But I got a lot of them. Because I overcompensated. I went too slow. And too close probably this time. I got one there. But that definitely looks a lot better. Still a little orange peely, but definitely looks better than it did. So I gotta sand those drips down. See, I got a whole thing of drips right here. Hopefully I can sand those and buff those out. I mean, it should be on plenty thick. I'm not worried about thickness. So doors look pretty good too. They're a little bumpy still, they just got that look. But unless I wanted to completely sand the car down and reseal, repaint, and re-clear, it is what it is. So, yep. But that looks definitely much, much better. So we'll just let that dry. Nothing more we can do today. So On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 6 because of the drips. But it definitely looks a lot better than it did. You know, see, this just looks so much shinier. So, all right, well, there we go.